Black and Paper presents Chat Cinema.
Welcome to Chat Cinema. We're doing this via Skype because, as you know, we're social distancing. So home office. This is the first time we've ever done this. It's a bit weird, actually. Okay, our topic, we're going to keep it light because in these times I think we need to have a lot of fun. And we're going to talk about none other than a person who's actually going through a career resurgence, a career renaissance, which is a bit strange. Keanu Reeves, the one and only.
Yay!
Uh,
Yay!
his last film was John Wick, what was that, 3 or 4? And he was in Toy Story. So what do we think of Keanu Reeves, Chat Cinema Group?
Christine, you start because you're the greatest fan, I think.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Stay at home and stay safe. And my thoughts about Keanu. He has been around for such a long time. I mean, he started his career back in the 80s and as this cool dude from the movies. And now he's still there. He's still relevant and has somehow reinvented himself because now he does this John Wick movies. Where he is very cool, very brutal, of course, but so I think he is relevant because also not as an actor. I mean, we all know that he's maybe not the best actor in the world. uh, he has a certain bland quality that he brings with himself. But as a person, because everybody, I mean, in every column, in every article you read, that he's such a nice, such a humble person, that he donates money for charities and doesn't brag about it. So he's really very, and now he has a girlfriend, and she's an artist, and she has gray hair.
Gray hair.
Yes.
Yeah, she has gray hair.
Yeah, she's cool. I mean, she's just somebody. I think a woman, not a starlet or something. A 20-something with made. Oh, I lost it. Sorry. So yes, really. Yeah, so she is someone I think you can talk with, and it's interesting to see that he has chosen a woman like her and not a stupid Bambi.
Wait a minute now. Ooh, we're in the Me Too movement. We can't call stupid girls anymore. Political correct. Everybody.
I'm sorry. Oh, I call myself a feminist. Oh, so sorry to all the stupid girls in the world.
Well, I think what's amazing about Keanu is his career longevity. What do you guys think? For a person who we don't think is exactly the most, versatile actor, he's had quite a run.
Definitely. It's also, go ahead, Steve.
Shall I go first? Oh.
Yeah.
He's had like 35. He's had a 35-year career, and from the very beginning, he sort of did some interesting and versatile roles. I remember like the teen problems films like River's Edge and Permanent Record, and he was in films like that. And if it wasn't for the Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure series, I would have considered him like an indie actor, an independent actor, not necessarily the most versatile or gifted actor in the world, but he still did these sorts of indie films, and then he did Point Break, Catherine Bigelow. And it was only Bill and Ted really that at the time sort of spoiled his image as an indie actor, because otherwise he did some very interesting films which I still find quite interesting, especially River's Edge and Permanent Record. And then, of course, as the 90s wore on, he got the bigger roles. I mean, he did My Own Private Idaho as well, which was like an indie film.
Amazing.
But then he got into things like Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah.
And then Speed, of course.
I love Speed.
Yes, who
I
doesn't?
like it, actually. It's all right.
It's a guilty pleasure. I actually like
Same here.
He was good at it. Yeah, I like Speed a lot. And he looked good at it, too. You know,
He was good. Yeah.
He was good.
Yeah,
It wasn't. It was, if you will, a star vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was already a star, but it took him to the next level, I think.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
And of
then
course-
Matrix.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
And then, of course, the Matrix movies. Who?
Came in the later 90s.
Yeah.
Mm.
But the Matrix, that was blockbuster.
Yeah, but the only thing he's not famous about is his performances. It's not a matter of performances. He has done very, very good choices,
Yes.
and some of them are,
and some very bad.
and also very bad choices actually.
Yes.
But he's not
Correct.
he's not famous about his acting. I think
No.
he's also never involved in any controversies somehow.
That's right.
He was never into any controversies.
No.
He never made provocative public appearances.
No.
He never was involved in any provocation, verbal or anything. Never attracted the eye of the publicity in this way.
That's right.
And he was doing, I mean, sort of humbly his job, like for many years. And I don't think that his aim was to be like a star, an A star or something like this. And I think that he has, as far as everybody says on what we read or whatever.
I think he must have a very good agent.
Okay. My husband says he must have a very good agent here.
Which in Hollywood is very important. Hollywood, that is important. A good agent.
Yeah.
It's very true.
Yeah.
Always a good agent,
Yeah.
good lawyer. Yeah. It's true. He's
And
had
his
a very
also
good
his
agent.
public appearances are also. He's always so friendly in. I mean, either he knows very well how to play this card, the public image, or he's really a saint. But one way or another, he's one of a kind. I mean,
Definitely.
in some senses, he reminds me of Mel Gibson. In which sense? Mel Gibson, he uses the Hollywood machine, but he's somehow out of Hollywood, which is an amazing. It's another amazing phenomenon. But we're here. It's like Keanu Reeves. He's a Hollywood star in some way, but he's out of Hollywood somehow.
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and he always stayed very private, and so he never gave away any information about his private life. I mean, we all know that he had a lot of devastating experiences. The death of River Phoenix, so a close friend, then the death of his child, the baby, and then of his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend. And so I think, that brings also a lot of people, I think, somehow close to him, because they know that he has also suffered from a lot of bad stuff, and that he still stayed very kind.
That's right.
And not bitter or something, so that he has dealt with loss and fear, and somehow managed to go on.
But he didn't have that Hollywood meltdown, like, for example, Johnny Depp, who melted down. Mel Gibson, who melted down. I think he and Brad Pitt are the only two. I mean, like, for example, George Clooney is no longer relevant, box office wise, cinema wise. George Clooney has
little babies at home.
Yeah, he stopped being relevant a long time ago. But Keanu, he's still here. Another Matrix, another John Wick film coming soon.
Yeah. I think Matrix is delayed.
Yeah, they've delayed that one. But Bill and Ted, is it finished? The new
Just
Bill and
finished
Ted film?
filming. Yeah.
I don't know.
Any film?
It's in
But it won't be
post-production, yes. It's in
Yeah.
post-production.
So release date is God knows when, though. That's the problem.
Yes, that's right.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
so
interesting
you
you
get-
mentioned. It's interesting you mentioned Johnny Depp, correct? Because I was thinking of him as like is maybe a contemporary of Johnny Depp's,
Yeah.
not considered
Yeah.
as talented an actor as Johnny Depp. But on the flip side, Johnny Depp recently seems to have got himself into trouble in his private life.
Which has affected his professional life.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
In Hollywood, your professional and personal life, some people can keep it separate, but it does affect the choices,
Oh,
how
of
people
course.
perceive your box office. And
Yeah.
Keanu avoided all that. Is there anything in closing? We want
No,
to say about Keanu?
I agree with comments that all of you have made. Actually, that he seems to be outside the Hollywood system. That he's very seems to be a very good humanitarian, very kind, and his choices have been very good.
And he is sexy. Yeah, he's quite charming.
Yeah,
He's still good
very
looking.
sexy.
Of course, that's all. Not to mention the fact that you see him today, and you think, what happened to this guy? I mean, he's born in 1963, and he looks like 35 years old.
He's
Come
35
Yes.
years old.
He's almost
Yeah.
57. What's
Yeah,
Yeah.
going on?
Johnny
He
Depp.
sold his soul to the devil somehow.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just the one thing he's got in common with Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
We should have an interview. We'll talk about Tom. Well, Tom Cruise is still relevant, but we'll talk about that another time.
Yes.
Tom Cruise, but Tom Cruise is still, top box office. But let's stay focused on Keanu. Okay, Keanu, if you're watching this video on YouTube, which it will be on, we like you. We don't think you're a great actor, but we still like you. And we have all seen your movies.
And we like them.
And we love you.
And we love them.
Yeah. Let's love
Yes.
Cumberland.
Okay. Stay tuned for the next episode. All right.
Absolutely.